Hey, this is Lynn Graff, founder of Storytelling for Entrepreneurs. When you share your story, the last thing you want your audience to do is ignore it. Hence, you want to find ways to pique their interest and get them to want to pay attention to it. One way to do that is to introduce novelty into your stories. That's because the brain has a really hard time ignoring things that are novel. Russell Podrick, professor of psychology and neurobiology and director of the Imaging Research Center at the University of Texas at Austin, has been using imaging technology to research and understand the brain systems that underlie the human ability to learn new skills, make good decisions, and exert self-control. What he discovered during his analysis is that the brain is built to respond to novelty. It's one of the most powerful signals that determines what we pay attention to because it triggers certain systems in the brain to become activated. One of which is called the dopamine system. Dopamine is considered a feel-good neurotransmitter because it creates euphoria in the brain. It also acts as an addictive neurotransmitter and triggers the brain to want more of the same. Think about it when you get a new email, a text message, or a voicemail, you immediately want to see what it says. That's the dopamine system kicking in for the new and the novel. So what you want to do is introduce an element into your story that is unusual, it's thought-provoking, or somehow gets the curiosity of the audience going that expresses the novelty and intrigue in your story. As an example, you can check out this TED Talk that Bill Gates did over on YouTube. Now, most people know that Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft, but not everyone is aware of his foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And one of its missions is to eradicate malaria from the planet. Now, before Bill began his talk, he stood on stage at TED with a jar of mosquitoes, and he proceeded to release the mosquitoes out of the jar into the audience. Then, he began to tell the audience that one of the primary sources of malaria transmission in third world countries is mosquitoes. Now, I'm guessing that every single person in the audience started looking at their arms for these mosquitoes and probably wondered for the rest of the talk if they would be bitten by a mosquito, hence my yikes and my mosquito drawing here. To date, that video has been watched 4.5 million times. I'd wager that no one forgot his speech either. And that speaks to the added benefit of adding novelty to your story. The unusual demands extra attention and leads to a stronger recall by the audience. So that's another great reason to introduce novelty into your story. So as you're crafting your story, see if you can think of elements that are unusual, unique, special, that are novel that you can add into your story so it makes it fresh and appealing. This way you will not only get their attention, you will keep them coming back for more. Thanks for watching.